Halo, aku Noni, balik lagi ke video aku dan kali ini aku akan ngelanjutin tentang sistem pendidikan di Finlandia itu seperti apa. Dan kalau kalian belum nonton video sebelumnya, ada baiknya kalian nonton video yang sebelumnya sebelum kalian lanjut ke video ini. Selamat menonton! The second part, it will be question and answers. There are some questions from my friends as well back home. So, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so the first one. Do you think Finland has the best education system in the world and why?
Well, it is very hard for me to think about in terms of what is best and what is the worst. I don't actually want to categorize systems in that way, ranking them from the best, because in every country there are very good schools, there are excellent teachers. There are excellent students, and how good the education system is depends on also the context and society, and how education is supported in the society. So I think in Finland, society and school system is in very good balance.
Yeah.
So that politicians support education. Politicians also support researchers and the educational developers, and the educational development is in a way seen very important in the societal politics. And in Finland, I think one of the things that we really appreciate is that we want everyone to learn. It's not a selection system. It is learning for everybody, and giving new opportunities for everybody's future, not only for special groups or rich people or talented people or those. Yeah.
I think it's like equal opportunity for
exactly.
everybody.
Equality is very important value in Finnish system,
Yeah.
and that's why I think in that sense Finland may be one of the best.
Yes. So I think you can determine the best according to the context, I think.
Yes,
so you cannot say in the whole wide world, maybe, but for the society, it matches the needs and everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer.
It's very complicated to even design that kind of system and develop that system. It's a long-term project.
It is.
Yeah.
Very diplomatic answer. Okay.
Thank you.
For the second one, what is the range of the teacher salary in Finland? And is it true that the welfare of the teachers is reflected in the classroom? It's a good question, actually.
Yeah, it is a very good question. I think teachers' welfare is reflected in the classroom. Teachers should be happy to their life, and in a way they should accept themselves as persons and personalities, and that is the basis for good education for children. I think the average salary or range of the salaries in Finnish schools is from 2,500, which is maybe the starting salary, to 5,000, depending what level you are teaching, how many hours you have at the school. For primary teachers, I think the average is about 3,000 euros per month.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot compared to many other countries, but then you have to take into account what are the expenses of living in Finland in expensive cities.
Yes.
So it is maybe a little bit above the average of the all salaried people in Finland. Yeah, I think really this happiness of teachers is really important. If they are not doing well, then it's reflected into children, and anyway, teachers' most important thing is to create hope for the future for children. That there's life and a very good life waiting for you in the future. That's for all educators very important message.
Yeah, I think if they cannot feel satisfied with themselves, then of course it will be reflected in the classroom.
Yes,
they will not be 100% in the class.
Yeah,
I think so.
And positive feedback to students is really important to give them message that you can do very well in your own life.
Yeah.
In the whatever you choose to do in the life.
Okay, so the third one, is it possible for Indonesia to adopt Finnish education system? I think you're pretty familiar with education system in Indonesia because you've been there, right?
I've been there maybe 15 times or more. So I know quite a lot of system, and of course it is very big country compared to Finland. I would say that it is not possible to any country to adopt the system from some other country. It is always a development project and long project to develop the system to the culture and needs of the people, and then to the historical context.
Yes.
And so we can give some hints, we can give advice what works here, we can have experiences of failures, of success, but I think it's up to the local people to develop the idea what are the basic principles of education system, and how to make sure that teachers follow the principles and rules and takes best care of the children.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the first question when you said that education is very contextualized.
Yeah.
So I think it might be kind of hard maybe for other country to adopt other countries' education system.
And Indonesia is so mixed country. It's so huge geographically. For instance, you have these thousands and thousands of islands.
Yes.
You have transportation problems there, and it is a big problem. Yeah.
Maybe I think adopting it will be hard, but adapting, do you think it's possible?
Of course, yeah. Of course, I think it's possible. Yeah. The basic ideas. Equity, equality, all these are applicable in every country. So autonomy, teacher autonomy, good education for teachers. I think these are the basic things that we can deliver to every country, and we can adopt those and then adapt the system into those principles, so that people are happy and children are learning things that they need to learn.
Okay, so adopting straight away might be impossible, but adapting and taking some aspects
that's very good theorizing. You are smart.
Okay, so the last question will be, from the point of view of you as a foreign educational professional, what aspects that should be improved to make Indonesian education system better? It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. If we think about the development of education systems and teacher education, for instance, during the last 100 years, I think in the 1700s they thought that method is the most important thing. That teachers should learn methods, and method really solves the problem. If you are using correct methods, then children learn, and goals are achieved. And Finland also started this same teacher education about 100 years ago with that idea that, okay, let's teach contents and methods to teachers so that they know that the subject matters, and then methods to deliver that.
Okay.
But now one problem which was there was that what did they think about the student? It was just a model of a kind of citizen that follows the rules, obeys the laws, is not very active in creating new things or new ideas, but following what the administration and rulers have said. And so it was a moral education, very much. Obey these rules, don't break any of those, and if you break, then we punish. But I think we have now much better idea what the process of becoming an individual is in the modern society. That you have to construct your identity, not only one identity, but maybe many identities.
Yeah.
You are in many different roles. We have very unknown future. We don't know what is going to happen. You have to prepare yourself for possible futures, and you have to have a story, narrative of yourself in those futures.
Yeah.
So I think our initial conception of one method working same way for all has to be rejected.
Okay.
So I think we have to understand individuality in different ways. Teachers' individuality and students' individuality. And the method is more how we encounter students and how we serve them best to grow into the futures that we both see possible.
Okay, so it's basically we have to enforce like the autonomy both for the students and teachers.
Yeah.
And we have to kind of modernize our point of view, I think, based on you, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. And not following just exactly certain method.
Yeah.
But of course, this also means that teachers should be well educated,
Yeah.
that they understand what is going on.
Yes.
Like I think you remember what I usually say, that I have two problems left in my life. One is what is going on in the world, and who am I? And,
who am I?
Yeah, and that's I think that's a good start for thinking about what the process of becoming an individual, becoming a subject, developing your identity, and in a way being flexible in who you are and what is going to be in the world, and what kind of skills and competencies and knowledge you need in the future. So it's not only that we have to teach digital skills, digital competencies, and that solves everything.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
No. I think so. Basically, we have to make changes so that the education system in Indonesia, it's more like personalized. I think to the needs of the students.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that they can be like the future of the country.
Yeah, and be creative individuals in helping the country to develop. Not
creating like unanimous
people exactly.
Thinking the same way. But it should be Okay. Well, that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Terima kasih. Yeah.
You still remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Well, thank you so much for Professor Ero. So I hope that those questions have been answered properly. And if you have more questions, then you can leave it down below. And
thank you to Angelina, this smart lady from Indonesia. Really. Yes.
Thank you. I feel flattered. But yeah, thank you very much. See ya.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.